It is I, the All-Star Superman. That over there is JP, the Hulk. And here we have Queen Storm, Brinny. And in loving memory of all good things, we have with us today the Wolverine. And as you can already tell, we are going to be reviewing Deadpool and Wolverine. This is spoiler alert. You have been warned. You have been warned. You have been warned. We are very, very happy that our little sister is here. She is our X-Men mutant expert. This is in honor of her that we have featured her in this episode. So if you haven't watched the movie, stop this and go watch the movie. Now, if you're 10 years old, don't go watch the movie. Wait a little bit or go with a parent that will shield you from someone who you should not hang around with unless you're older. JP doesn't have a Deadpool pop, so I would try to tell you that Deadpool is here, but we love you,
Right here.
Deadpool. You're on our chests. So uh Brittany, start us off. Queen Storm. Tell
Oh,
us, we're going to honor 20th Century Fox right now. Tell us how much Fox Studios has meant to us as we were growing up.
Emmett to you.
oh my, so much. That's it. That's all I care about. I think Marvel. I think of that. I think X-Men. I mean, most people probably think of Avengers, but I think X-Men and Wolverine. Anytime Marvel, it's immediately what I think about. So it means a lot.
So these are memories. I remember the first time we watched X-Men. I don't know if you guys remember, but we had it was like the Best Buy DVD classic case. It would slide out. And the scene I can remember watching is when Sabretooth comes and blows up the camp trailer, and Wolverine and him have like a little mini fight. And Paul and we got to watch The Last Stand in theaters, but all of us got to watch Fantastic Four in theaters. So
Yeah, I remember.
that's
And Quicksilver.
There's this part in the movie where Deadpool picks up Wolverine and says, "Ooh, what's this? That's nice." Of course, referring to the classic amazing yellow suit that he gets to wear. And I can't, we have to talk about it. They had to wear black suits because The Matrix was doing so well. So the studio people went into the movie and said, "You guys are wearing black. Nobody wants to see that comic stuff."
I want to add too that what was the director's name?
Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer made fun of the fans, and he was like, "We're not doing yellow spandex."
And guess what? For over 20 plus years, that's all we wanted. We just wanted to see Hugh Jackman in spandex.
It's funny.
Why
Uh, in the X-Men, the new X-Men '97 show, Scott in the scene says, "What did you want?" And I wear black leather. So we threw it back in his face.
Yeah. So Fox means so much to us. It was great to have that honored, made fun of, and explored.
Yeah.
I do think this movie was the X-Men No Way Home.
Mm.
Yeah, they made an interesting comment about that today, where a lot of people were on a big peak with No Way Home, and then now a lot of people are saying that it's just a nostalgia-filled movie, which if you take away the nostalgia, people say that it's also a good story. So I love No Way Home, but for me, it did what it needed to do, and I don't need to think about it anymore. But Deadpool and Wolverine did something that hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate?
So, No Way Home was fun. Everybody was looking forward to it. We got all the Spider-Man, right? But the point of No Way Home, in my opinion, was to finish that trilogy of Spider-Man, and it was still focused on Tom Holland. Deadpool and Wolverine was the first fan event since Endgame. I don't believe No Way Home was a fan event. I think it was just good, really good fan service. And I think Deadpool and Wolverine, I would say they followed No Way Home and improved on No Way Home. Because it was very much just focused, very tight knit, very tight on Spider-Man. But in this movie, it was stood by itself, but it honored the bigger picture at the same time. And most of the time, Marvel doesn't know how to do that. Ant-Man and Quantumania.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know how
So,
we feel about
so
Quantumania.
wait, so you're saying that Deadpool Wolverine captured the bigger picture, but No Way Home did not? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. They were very, very much focused on the story of Tom Holland ending. So they didn't worry about the multiverse in and of itself. Because you have to think about it, it's very much a Peter Parker story. Deadpool and Wolverine is a multiversal story, but it also was able to stand by itself, unlike Quantumania. They cared too much about the multiverse and didn't give us a solid, good story.
So, but doesn't like the No Way Home commemorate? So you're saying that the movie's more focused on ending Tom Holland's story,
First story. Yeah.
but does it not also commemorate the Spider-Man world
Not in
that
the way that
Toby?
not in the way that they did it in Deadpool and Wolverine, in my opinion. We got Toby, we got Andrew, we got Green Goblin, we got Dr. Octopus. But it was very much fitted perfectly in Tom Holland's world. Like I
So
don't
you're
feel like they didn't it's not like we spent time with Toby. It's not like we spent time with Andrew. They just helped guide Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man.
you're saying that Deadpool and Wolverine commemorated the Fox X-Men saga. That's what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. All
Like
right.
Into the Spider-Verse is a love letter to Spider-Man. No Way Home, in my opinion, is not a love letter to Spider-Man. It is just a good time with Spider-Man.
All right. Well, I do agree. Uh,
I'm not saying
well,
the No Way Home is not a good movie.
no, that's not what I was gonna say. I think I needed to rephrase how I said it because when I said that I think this was X-Men No Way Home in the terms that they like the way that they did in No Way Home, they kind of vaguely um, continued and kind of closed the chapter two with Toby and Andrew and um, Tom Holland. In the same way, I was saying that Brinny, you're gonna say something?
No, something was getting loud and I had to mute it. I was
Okay.
trying not to be distracting. I'm so sorry.
No, I thought you were raising your hand.
No,
Um,
I'm so sorry.
that's okay. So I was saying that in the same way, that's what this movie did was it kind of closed this chapter, but it also kind of continued it. Well, continued it, but closed that whole from Blade from Blade all the way to Logan. Did Logan? Oh no, Logan. No. Deadpool 2 came out after. So all the way from Blade to Deadpool 2, all those movies, including Elektra, which I don't like, just had to say that. Just one's in the video. And Daredevil with him and John Favreau. That's what I meant. Like, I think that's what the movie did. And I thought it was very special at the end. They did that montage of the uh, the the behind the scenes special features of the X-Men, and especially um, X-Men, X-Men 2 and X-Men The Last Stand. Was X-Men 2 called something? Was there like a title?
X-Men United.
X-Men United, yeah, that's what I thought. I think, in my opinion, I think that was the most successful franchise that Marvel did before they did the Infinity Saga. I think it paved the way for the future of Marvel.
Yeah.
And Kevin Feige was behind that, so it's probably good reason.
It reminds me of that PG-13 Deadpool movie where he's reading a bedtime story to the kid from Princess Bride, and the kid keeps telling him that, you're like bootleg Marvel.
Let's actually kind of talk about Deadpool in this movie. What do you guys think he struggled with feeling like he mattered? I felt like, and I've always felt like he mattered. That's me, but I'm gonna turn it towards you guys.
Well, I don't know why he personally didn't feel like he mattered. I mean, he was like, I don't know what the term is, not black sheep, but like he was like a Marvel outlier. That makes sense.
I think when you're trying to make a story, you have to figure out where you fit in it. So for 11 years, we have Captain America, Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow. And that meant something to a lot of hardcore fans, comic book fans, and MCU fans. So when you're not a part of that circle, you also feel kind of left out. So I think whatever happened, bro, and baby sis, in the remnants of Deadpool 2, because that's basically where the movie starts, and he's having an interview with Happy. Like, where do I fit in now? And he goes against the fourth wall all the time. So it's like, look, you guys had all the success. I really want to be an Avenger. And then being told that, you're not Avenger material, that's gotta hurt in the feelings.
Yeah.
But that's just the story. But to your question, bro, why he doesn't feel like he matters, I think you can take that feeling aspect and say, well, am I done? Am I not Deadpool? I didn't get to hang out with Wolverine. Like, who am I? So I don't think that answers your question in the right way. I think it just answers the question to how the story was flowing.
Well, I think you guys answered it. I mean, like you said, it was about him not fitting in, and he wanted to fit in. He wanted to be a part of the club, and like Brinny was saying, um, you know, it's not like he felt like it didn't matter. It was more that, yeah. So makes sense what you guys said.
So, Brittany, tell us, what was your favorite scene?
There's so many good ones. um, favorite, I feel like you guys will both answer another favorite scene if I don't I don't know if it's the favorite, but one of the best scenes is when um just so many good ones. I don't even know what my favorite scene is. Come back to me. Come back. I want to hear your response first.
Well, I have to say that my favorite scene was the little teaser of Hulk versus Wolverine. I mean, I love that. I love the sound of Hulk. I oh my goodness, they gave me a little bit of hope. I felt kind of like Hawkeye at in Endgame when he was like, "Don't give me hope, don't give it to me." But oh my gosh, we need a Hulk, like the Incredible Hulk, like Gladiator Hulk, like a World War Hulk, and I got a little teaser of that, and that was awesome, awesome to see two Hugh in that suit in that one pop that Alma has. So I'll have to say that's my favorite scene. Second to that was probably um at the very end, the Logan and Wolverine and Deadpool, they saved the universe in a way I thought it was kind of symbolic. They were, holding like this and then holding each other. So I like that.
That's my favorite scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The buildup was so good. Music is supposed to bring us closer to the emotion. So they start us off with Wolverine putting on his cowl and fighting all the Deadpools. Then we go down into the subway station and we learn about sacrifice. And Wade takes off his mask and is emotional. And I think my wifey put it best. Deadpool is speaking as the fans, where he says, "I've been waiting a long time for this team up." And yes, we have. We have waited too long for this team up. And he tells him that he's the best Wolverine. So, all the emotions are already flaring. And then the multiverse is about to end. And you get these frenemies, these bros that connect, and all this energy and power is going through them, antimatter and matter. And then you get this small moment of how Wade in a very serious way understands how he matters. Everything's about Vanessa. That's what he wants. He wants to save Vanessa, right? And for Wolverine, it's to understand that he also matters, because either you're comic accurate 5'3" Wolverine, and Wolverine has a very long history. And if Wolverine has a sad history. He's 200 years old. He's lost people, and in this version, he turned his back on people. So it's very much redemption, and he can finally say that he is that X-Man. So to me, that was
He was
powerful.
He was the X-Men.
The X-Men.
And it's fitting that he's the anchor being.
It's fitting.
I do have to add real quick. I love how every Deadpool movie, it always had something to do with Vanessa. The first movie was about them falling in love. The second one was him losing her and getting her back, saving her. And then this one sort of like he lost her, but then he won her back. I just love that about the Deadpool. I think it's all about love and family. Deadpool. Yeah. Oh, one more thing. I really felt that the Wolverine that Hugh played was a real comic book accurate Wolverine, like a live action version, because like even with X-Men and X-Men Origins, Logan I felt like was Wolverine, but like at a later point, but we never got to see the real Wolverine in that suit and acting the way he did, you know? So the way he fought too, the way he talked, you know?
Yeah. I will say, because JP likes to say he likes to mention this in the video. I have my mention in this video. The Wolverine, even though he loses his adamantium, is still one of the best Wolverine movies, just so people know.
Such a good movie.
I know there are haters here.
It's a good movie.
Him right there, he's one of them.
Me?
That's you.
What did I say?
JP is not the biggest fan of the Wolverine movie, so it's okay. It's okay.
The Wolverine. Oh, that one. I even forgot to mention that. I really love the end when uh Xavier shows up.
Yeah, that's the only reason JP gave it a 6.
It was good. You know what? I think I might want to see it. You know, tonight I might binge Logan, the Wolverine. I want to see Deadpool and Wolverine again.
I want to go again.
Is that bad?
Yeah,
Watch it
yeah.
again.
I want to go again.
All right, we're back to you, Queen Storm.
Well, you definitely mentioned like the best scene, which definitely was the end. That I think like, yeah, that was definitely like the best scene. All the other scenes that I like, they're just really funny. And then like when you first get in the void and you start seeing everybody and you're like, oh my goodness. All the other scenes, they were just so funny. I don't care who heard me. I was in there cackling. Mm-mm. Yeah, that scene was really meaningful though at the end. And like you said, they led up to it really well. And all the comments about the fourth wall, they were all the timing, the combat. It was just great to see the combat too, like two beings that can regenerate. It's just perfect. So much slashing and it was everything. They really did a good job. And then you guys were talking about it earlier about the multiverse and mentioning Spider-Man. And Deadpool even said in the movie, he's like, aren't you guys like tired of this multiverse idea? Or said something like that. But
Yeah.
they did do they did do it justice all the time. All the time that they captured into that one movie, it was I think you said something the other day, in our message, you said it was like a lot of chaos, but it was contained. Like it wasn't like, when you can't follow what's going on. It was, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I think also Marvel owned it up and accepted that they failed at the multiverse saga. So I liked in the movie that they were like, yeah, we did it wrong. What was your guys' favorite cameo? I'll go first. Hulk.
Of course. Alma.
My favorite cameo. This is hard because I have bias. I think every Wolverine cameo was my favorite.
Yeah.
Loved all the depictions of Wolverine. Of course, they had 4 main people that were major cameos, and so I have a connection to each one of them. So I'm gonna say Wolverine was my favorite cameo.
Okay. I guess I should have started with not Wolverine, not including Wolverine. But that's okay. I guess all the different versions of Wolverine.
You got Old Man Logan. You got 2 comic book versions of Logan. You got comic accurate Logan and Deadpool's reaction to that.
X-Men Wolverine.
Calverine. And then of course mine.
That was Anna's favorite. I'm gonna say that was Anna's
and then
favorite.
him on the X on the cross is Wolverine Jesus.
That was from Uncanny.
Yeah. Uncanny X-Men. But this right here, him in the brown suit. Fantastic. I always think JP's Old Man Logan, so that was it was just cool to see. But those four major cameos, you know, that's part of the thing. Like people was because to me, the movie ended, and I'm usually like, why didn't I get more? I didn't get that feeling this time with this movie. Every other movie that's ended with like the multiverse, I think Doctor Strange is going to show up, and they never show Doctor Strange. So I've given up. Doctor Strange is not going to show up at the end of the movie anymore. But this movie, I left satisfied.
Yeah.
With what they did. You know, there are things that you were expecting. Like JP and I will be the first people to say, I'm not sure about you, baby sis. We wanted a little bit more of a Hulk and Wolverine film.
Oh yeah.
A little bit. But you can't ask for a lot because they give you so much in those 30 seconds. You see his face, you hear his sound, you see Hulk throw or punch Deadpool. That's
Yeah,
fun.
he goes like this.
Yeah. But who was your favorite cameo?
Oh, besides all the Wolverines?
No Wolverines.
No
Well,
Wolverines?
I'm already mentioning it, but if he said all the Wolverine variants, so if you have a specific one, that's fine. He just already said all the Wolverine. But if you got a specific one,
Gosh. They were just so good. I'm gonna probably have to say, and it's not like a huge importance, but like the cowboy Deadpool really sat with me. And then
All
um
right.
yeah, and then I don't know why I'm sitting there watching the movie, and I know I love Blake Lively. I don't even know why I didn't even cross my mind that she was Lady Pool. And I'm like, who is that blonde girl? Like, what if
I
I
didn't
read
know.
so familiar? And then you told me that it was her, and I was like, wow, why didn't I even think of that?
I mean,
And then honorable
we're
mention,
all going to say it, but I think we enjoyed seeing Chris Evans as Johnny Storm.
yeah, I thought I was so hyped. I thought it was someone else at first. I didn't know.
We didn't have a loud theater, but that was the only time people clapped was when he said "Flame on."
Wow. The honorable mention is Gambit.
Gambit. What I mean.
Yep.
I don't
Share.
know if I was born here.
Channing Tatum. Thank you.
Yeah,
He
that was
really wanted to push that so bad. I actually just remembered he wanted he went on social media or something like I want to be Gambit.
hmm
And it never happened.
There it is. It
yeah.
happened for us. Yeah, forgotten us.
Yeah, we forgot about you.
So from here, guys, we are in uncharted territory. Marvel
True.
is going to release 3 or 4 films next year. 3 or 4. Okay. I'm sad that we only had one this year, but this was the fan event, right?
The
So we're
best.
getting a lot of street level, we're getting a lot of grounded stories next year. And we're projected to have 2 Avengers movies. We're supposed to have another Doctor Strange movie. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Shang-Chi are supposed to be major players in the multiverse saga. So what do you think? Because yes, even though we left the movie satisfied, they didn't really lead into how Wolverine or Deadpool are going to play a role in this. They know that the Marvel universe exists, but JP thinks that it's going to be Doctor Doom and the Avengers versus the X-Men. I don't want Avengers versus X-Men. I would very much like Ultimate Alliance versus Doctor Doom. That's me. And if we get an Illuminati movie with Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange and Moon Knight, now we're talking serious business.
Yeah.
I think that if you attempt to do the Mutant Saga, you better do it right.
Yeah.
And you're gonna offend this lady right here if you don't.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Well,
How are we going to we have finally seen the big picture How does Marvel contain the big picture?
Well, I think they just need to make it make sense and choose something that they're gonna stick with because only so much is possible. And they've already put out. I mean, they did a great. I guess they did a really good introduction with the TVA and the most. They did. They like have outlined some things, like you said, but look, I don't want to see Avengers versus X-Men. I don't. Not because it wouldn't be good. I don't know. There's more for like the over the whole story.
You know, Wolverine did say screw the Avengers, so there's some beef already.
Mm,
At least in his universe. But then at the end he says they'd be lucky to have you.
yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know what they're gonna do, but honestly, I think they should just go back to make grounded movies. Uh, I think they should really focus on the X-Men world.
Yeah.
Are we going to get Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Robert Downey Jr. on the same screen?
I think so, yeah. Eventually.
Eventually,
Till
maybe
you're
one.
90.
Literally. Literally.
I think that'd be a good gig. Be Wolverine till you're 90.
Hey, I'd
Yeah.
watch. Stunning.
Hmm. That cameo of Hugh's major abs, very stunning.
I wish I had abs like that.
I used to have abs like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's give our ratings. This is the first time I think we're going to officially give our ratings. I will start. Some of our viewers know our rule. Like it's really, really hard for us to give something a 9 or a 10. If you get an 8 or a 7, you did a really good job, especially if you get an 8. So Deadpool and Wolverine, I think is going to be my favorite movie of this year, and I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, and that is saying something really good about it.
Oh, well. Um, I'd be lying if I was like, oh, 10 out of 10. As far as making me laugh, though, I have not stayed awake in a movie in a long time when I went to go see it in theaters. So for that just speak for itself. But like, I guess if maybe a 9, but in my heart, it's a 10 out of 10. I wouldn't change it. Like it is what it is. I like what it is.
Yeah, so I don't think I don't think it was a 10 out of 10.
No, no.
I think it's surely above an 8 out of 10. I just don't know. It's so hard. Like I wish I could just give it an 8.9.
Mm. Mm.
I think for me, um, it's just very hard to think for me what it would have made it perfect. I'd have to really think about it. Because in and of itself, I thought it was a perfect team up movie. Like I think of not that I'm comparing Deadpool and Wolverine to like Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker or uh Danny Glover and Mel Gibson. Um who else? I don't know who else. But I thought like them together they could continue to make movies of just them two on missions and stuff. Uh where see like where I think where the movie lacked just a little bit was the villain.
Mm,
I didn't find Cassandra Nova threatening.
mhm.
Um, so like it wasn't perfect for me, but it was a dang funny movie. A dang funny and fun movie. 100%.
I
Yeah.
think if we were to give it a cinema score, I think it would get an A.
Yeah. Mhm.
It definitely has the Brohood Productions A-OK approval. For me, over a certain age limit, but I understand that that's different for you folks. But
That's a good one.
I think we're happy.
Yeah. I really just realized we're only at the end bringing up the villain, but like, I never threatened. It was really funny. She rode out like she couldn't walk. Just rode in the wheelchair. I just thought it was funny that Charles had a bald sister as
But
well,
if,
and
if
she was in
Charles,
people, like literally violating people's brains. Like she had to get her hands dirty. Like it was interesting, but like you said, it was like not very threatening, but it added to the humor for sure.
So I thought I just have to add this in real quick again. Another thing. But the way that Wolverine handled that situation, he sort of became Charles in that moment to save themselves. But obviously she's evil. She was like, I'm gonna destroy everything.
Yeah.
Um, but the way that he acted in that moment, I was like, yeah, Wolverine was always. I think Scott always knew that he was a born leader. I just think Wolverine had the most um more growth, had the most growth to become the best leader. And I think he would that in that moment. He's like, I know Charles. And I love how Charles led him and helped him become a leader too, my opinion.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna stand with 8.9. I know we can't do that.
Yeah.
We don't even do like 8.5 or I mean 0.5.
No, no.
But
No, I can see why you guys gave him an 8. I'm gonna stick with my 9, but I know why it's an 8.
not saying I mean just 10 out of 10 on terms of a team up Wolverine. So if it was just about Wolverine and Deadpool, 10 out of 10. Movie wise, when you combine like story and plot and the flow of the movie, there's more stuff to critique on it, but like we don't need a critique on all those little things.
good.
What was that text you sent us?
I think we're gonna sing this together.
Sing?
Not like sing, but say.
Let me see. What does it say?
I like the beginning of that song. Life is a mystery. I love that part. How
When you
does this
call my
go?
name, it's like a little prayer. Down on my knees, I wanna take you there. In the midnight hour, I can feel your power, just like a prayer. I'll take you there.
Well, I think you stole the show there, bro.
You did.
I think we all sang it together in my mind because there's the choir in the background.
It
When you
was in
call,
my head all day today.
it's like a little prayer.
I
I'm
think we'd
down.
always pick like the theme song of the show or movie and we like listen to it for days and then that's what we transitioned to something else.
Yeah, that song has been stuck in my head for a long time.
Well, Marvel Studios, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Kevin Feige, Marvel team, Sean, Fox. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are Brohood Productions, and we'll catch you next time.
Bro, it out.
Bye.